Gods do not respond to pointless prayers. This flood will bring an end to it all.
Yeah, thanks for that, Mercury. Hi, it's me, Dorothy here, and today somebody wanted me to react to this. Dark Contracts, with the initial form being Misty Breaths. Those are nice additions you have, you always do this. That's why Vulture likes to keep things simple. You don't like to do that. But anyway, let's get into this memory. This is Blind. I have not seen this at all. So, if you've seen it before, great. If you haven't, then you can go blind with me too. So anyway. Uh-huh. Wait, carved? Really? Okay, terrific. I couldn't help but notice like the rose brocade on the coat there. Whatever. Anyway. Okay. So the horses ran away, I guess. They got scared. Yeah, horses are pretty easy to spook. Bye-bye, horsies. Yeah, they went bye-bye. Gee, maybe you should have used a different mode of transportation there, but it's all good. Well, I mean, it looks pretty. It doesn't look scary at all. We know they want some vengeance. Yeah, like everyone. Yeah, all one person. Because I think everyone else ran away. They went bye-bye. Hey, if I read it right, that's what they did. Okay. I think Nadok did something similar, but there's a huge difference though. Nadok is going for Dark Verdict, and he was also dealing with Kindred. This is very different here because, duh. Just thought I should point that out. I mean, I'm not saying anything either. It's like, what do you want me to say? The mist is pretty. Pretty lights. There's some shadows. The great god of water. And what? Oh, damn. Okay. Ooh, they don't sound happy. Oh dear, oh dear. A challenge. Yeah, I think Mercury likes that. Like, I can just see it now. Like, it's been so long. He probably should have said something like that. But anyway. A just, emotionless gods, I guess objective, whatever. Okay, I've heard of Flo. And that's not the lady from Progressive Auto Insurance. Nope. That's unfortunate. There's a saying about that in the Malazan series, that power attracts power, like you see it right here. He believes that he were still alive. What? Okay, whatever. Ah, I see. So the flow before him is a spirit that wants vengeance, so unfinished business. Alright. I thought Flo was female, but I guess not. It's cool. It's fine. So anyway. Okay. Okay. I'm sure. Yeah, that that does happen. That's unfortunate. Okay. Sure, Jan. Well, let's see. It's I remember like people saying that it's just to manipulate them. That's what I'm inclined to believe. But I know that the intention wasn't really to avenge the water elves. I suspect that much. Anyway. Okay, am I supposed to be surprised here? It's like, not really. Yeah, looks, I guess, like, poor Flo. I guess as long as he thinks that he'll be avenged, like, and he just doesn't know the truth, that'll be fine. Poor water elves. But the only problem is, like, when they return to the sea, like, what happens afterward? Like, are they going to flood Mirrorland anyway? It's like, you don't know. Okay, so I assume that Vulture himself has nothing to do with any of this, or most of it. He probably doesn't. Alright. Which did kind of happen, if I recall correctly. which they were not able to do. Mm-hmm. Well, but what else can they do, though? They want this pretty badly. Huh. Oh, they don't. Yeah, that's very true. That might change now given what's happened, but we'll just have to see. Ah, but vengeance. Sometimes it feels good, but at the same time, like, I just think of Kill Bill where that lady wanted some vengeance, but she was told that it's not like just a tree, it's like an entire forest maze, and that it's not going to be as easy as she thinks. Check out that movie, it's good. But yeah, it's really not always that clear cut. And sometimes it could kind of turn back on you. That's the other thing. Yes, but you're not doing it for fun and games. This isn't for the lulz. There's definitely a reason beyond a mere experiment. Why are you peering into the abyss? It's gonna stare back at you. And that's it. Okay. Bleh! Boring! So, let's see here.
The glory is simply a religion this kingdom made up for itself, and the kingdom shall die along with it.
Good. I don't blame you.
Those blinded by desire for revenge will never get the result they crave.
He's not entirely off on that. Like I said before, it can be a complex mess if you're not careful. But I'd say best case scenario, they get what they want. Worst case scenario, it just gets nowhere. And can backfire. So yeah, it's like if you're blind, that's not good.
This lake is connected to an unknown ocean, but can also lead to a bottomless abyss.
Again, I think like the intention here, it can't just be for fun and profit. It's more, but the problem is we just don't know.
Elves are often nostalgic for their past glory. They're a proud bunch, trusting, gullible, yet conceited.
See, again, this is where I cannot stand when the sub doesn't match the dub or the other way. I tend to buy more into the sub, proud bunch, gullible, foolish, and condescending, conceited, yeah, but how is that any different from humans? It's the same way. So, like, the problem is, like, if you don't trust, that has issues of its own. Anyway.
Ophelia isn't entirely ignorant to her own situation, but she has no power to change it.
And if she did, what then? In my mind, it just gives him an excuse. So Ophelia, to me, is probably damned if she does and damned if she doesn't. But hey, what do I know, right?
Gods do not respond to pointless prayers. This flood will bring an end to it all.
Yeah, I should hope so. Not fond of organized religion, but that's just me.
Even the glory itself is ephemeral. Yet humans continue to worship those gods, day after day.
Well, if it makes them feel better. But, nah. I just don't like how, like, unbelievers, quote-unquote, are treated. Anyway.
Take advantage of everything available. Even an enemy in the future.
Yeah, think.
Those without the courage to face the abyss will never reach the top.
But what abyss? Where? I guess it helps. But remember though, sometimes the abyss stares back at you and you won't always like what you see.
To control people, you need to know what they desire.
It helps, but I think like that alone is not enough, but I'm sure he knows that.
There is no such thing as a perfect plan. Perfection only means every accident has been taken into account.
Agreed, yeah.
Going on an adventure is like a gamble. I can't predict the results, but I can always maximize my odds.
God damn the way he says that, and that's, yeah, it's hedging your bets. I mean, no kidding there. You know, he likes doing it, though. You can hear it in his voice.
I never look back. Hurry up if you don't want to be left behind.
Alright. Reminds me of like I'm a bomb technician. If you see me running, you do your best to keep up. Alright.
History is written by the victors. Would you rather be part of history, or the one who writes it?
Actually, this is complete BS. History is written by the survivors, and I could get into a long rant about this, but I can tell you, look at the history of the Timurid Empire, if I recall, or the Mughal dynasty. This was in India. You look at India, you look at Iran, and they have two different versions of this history. India was on the losing end, and yet they're writing the history from their perspective, and Iran, who were the original winners, they did the same thing. But that's just an example from the top of my head. But history is written by the survivors, and if you do survive, you can do both. See, there. That's my third option. Do not believe history is written by the victors or those who hang the heroes. It's BS. All you need to do is survive. That's why you have so many different perspectives of certain people. Like Achilles, for example, by the Greeks, he was seen as a hero, but the Trojans saw him as vile. There you go. Who wrote that history? Okay. Let's see. Profile. Let's see. One who seeks power. But for what? We don't know yet. So the glories of the past have long since faded. Why leave behind forsaken temples to revere lights that are no more? On the second altar, mournful souls from ages past still whisper the names of fallen deities, believing that they shall one day return to Pigeon Forest, to the never-ending cycle of nature. Like the once prosperous elves of light, they too shall fall silent in the ashes of time. Yeah, that happens. Hey, it happened to Sparta. Now it's basically like a town of about 20,000 people, so it wasn't always like that. As Mercury surveys this formless and darkened land, reshaping his perception of the world just as Leonid had when he fell here. The what now? The roiling waters shall consume all with their frightened hearts and destroy frail frames. Only the strong and resolute shall survive and consume this perilous power in turn. Whatever. Viper. Okay. I believe this would be like the scientist of the group, just in case you didn't know. Mercury's group's projects on New Wing Island are largely headed by Viper. At first, it was the experiment with designer's reflections, and then it was styling power analysis from the calamity that struck the near Royal City. After that, the tides, the phases of the moon, and formant ancient powers have been incorporated into research. How many more forgotten secrets lie on that island? We don't know. To this young scientist, the more experiments and subjects, the better. Yeah, he is young. I do, however, think he's older than Vulture. And Vulture does different things. And I do think he's been on New Wing Island. Poor guy. Alan has translated many ancient pigeon texts for Mercury, and has also given clues to Ophelia as to the origins of light. He's playing both sides. The Archpriest of Glory does not worship the God of Glory that the Church does, but he does believe in God's love for the world. Bullshit! And the salvation promised to all of my God. No, just no. Yet, if the Elder God should fall, where then would his faith rest its head? Jesus, find something else to believe in. Jeez. The seal that is marked on the back of the palm still stings every once in a while, a constant reminder from the leader of the Elves of Water of their promise to enact their revenge. Yet this unbreakable oath poses no hindrance for Mercury. It shall only reap for him his rightful reward and be washed away by the ensuing waves. So basically, like he'll keep the promise, but it's sort of like malicious compliance or something like that. So, okay. Mercury has nothing but admiration for all of Ophelia's efforts to defend Pigeon. Though she may never break free of her self-imposed shackles, ceaseless effort is a proactive act that is infinitely more powerful than weak and impotent tears. Yeah, that's very true. It may yet be able to bear her ever forward and find a shred of hope for salvation. Right, but I can't help but think that the moment she's an actual opponent, he's not going to shake hands and respect her. He is going to destroy her. And yeah, that's right. It gives him an excuse. At least that's how I see it, but I could be wrong, but it has happened before. Game of Destiny. People come and go around Mercury like so many subordinates, temporary allies, and those who have outlived their usefulness. That better not be Vulture. Not a single one has seen through the game Mercury has set before them. Now this I'm inclined to believe. Yeah, I think even poor Vulture's scratching his head. Humans, elves, pigeon, Ynir Cloud, and all the rest of Muirland are merely pieces on the board, shrouded in mist, awaiting the call of destiny. Yeah, well, Destiny can shut up. So, pieces on the board, but I do suspect that, others might not see it that way, but whatever. But I'm telling you though, if you can manage to resist, it's not likely you'll earn his respect. And even if you did, it's not gonna stop him from just destroying you. I mean, that's just my opinion, I could be wrong.
Those blinded by desire for revenge will never get the result they crave.
Again, that is complicated, and I'm done. It's been a minute. And that's it. Honestly, I'm just kind of, So, gotta go do some other things now. Hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, and all that. Right. See you later. Goodbye.